Hey, what's up guys, Kira here and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at a mod that allows you to play as an animal in the Red Dead franchise. Now if you ever thought about what a game would look like if a AAA game wanted to make an animal survival game, this mod allows us to take a little bit of a glimpse on how it would feel. Keep in mind that this is a mod and it's not a official, game. Some things will need to be tweaked here and there, but still it is a very interesting mod that if you have Red Dead Redemption and you love animal survival games, you might want to take a look and maybe try for yourself, because after all you can play this in a multiplayer or single player server and have a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into the video. We start a little journey at level 2 in the year 1899. For those of you who have ever heard about Red Dead Redemption, know that this has the most potential when it comes to AI and environment interactions. Also, with a large map to explore, there were a lot of possibilities that we could do. But for now, with no objective whatsoever, we were just going to enjoy the map itself and what this mod has to offer. With a character overview display, we were still a juvie nevertheless, with only 1% of growth. So we had a lot of work ahead of us. And not only that, there is a achievement system that helps you get more XP and earn a little bit of gold so you can unlock other potential characters, similar like Path of Titans. But with that aside, it was time for us to scavenge and hunt something to eat. Throughout the video you will see that hunting will not be easy because for some oddly reason we are very slow when it comes to running, although we are a wolf. So we have to be very careful on how to approach and when to use our sprint button, because we cannot crouch or even sneak to our prey. We were able to do our very first hunt of the day, a little small squirrel which was enough to fill our stomach. With this, now we had to find a little bit of water and embark on a journey to explore this beautiful map made by a AAA game. While enjoying a little migration, we came through a little obstacle that we had to overcome. And this is, of course, being on top of the mountain, which, with no lead whatsoever, we had to find a way to go back to the ground. Although I played this mod for a couple of hours, I haven't yet found any predators, which I know that they exist, but because the map is so vast and big, you can see that there's a lot of life, a lot of herbivores and omnivores throughout any pod that you come across. Nighttime, for example, it is not too dark and it's not too bright. You have no night vision, but you can navigate easily throughout the map. So overall, there is a little bit of good settings on this mod. But nevertheless, going back to our little storytelling, we approached a little settlement where there were a few animals that potentially were a very good appetizer. This would be a very good dream of any big wolf, but unfortunately for us, these domesticated sheep were too resilient and too strong for a juvie small wolf like us. Maybe with a pack of wolf, probably this was doable and easy to do, but solo, it was not worth the time or the energy. And because there were also a lot of them, I was starting to grow a little bit of suspicion that in this mod, herbivores, they do not attack, they only flee. But of course, we were going to test this further down the road. But although we had a pack full of snacks, we were weak and we didn't have the strength to kill one domestic sheep. And because the city was right in front of us, I decided to go and take a look to see if there were any humans in this mod. We saw our very first human NPC, and from the looks of it, he was equipped with a revolver. Although we weren't really a threat, I was going to try and get answers by maybe attacking to see if they retaliate or if they just don't do anything. But because I didn't want to risk of losing this animal, I decided to let it go and continue my adventure to the nearest barn that we could find. If I was a very powerful wolf, maybe a Kruger or a lion that you can actually be in this mod, I would be able to take on one of these animals with ease. But because we were still in the juvie phase, well, we could only admire and appreciate and maybe try to catch something smaller. After having our fun in this city, we decided to head out to the Louisiana swamp, where I wanted to see if there we're gonna find our very old favorite animal, the American alligator. Before arriving our original destination, I came across yet another farm where here I wanted to test the waters and see if we can actually do something to the humans and NPCs. Luckily in the farms, I don't think they are armed, so we had to try and see what their reaction was going to be.
Stay in these lands, Joe. You should have listened to me, stranger.
It was a good surprise that they do actually react, because until now, at almost 1 hour of gameplay, we haven't had any action, any retaliation, nothing. So, because the herbivores only flee, having NPCs actually be aggressive towards you if you attack them, it is nice, but somehow, if it was manageable to make them hunt you down, it would make this journey more exciting as a carnivore or even as a herbivore. And as you can see on the background, he chased us for a very long time, until we finally managed to outrun him, and I think he lost track. We went into some turkey hunting to feed and continue with our beautiful journey. And you will see him actually in the background just standing there looking at nothing, showing that they will chase you down until you either break sight or you outrun them. But of course, you always have to remember that this is a mod made by a person who needs to configure these things to make it more appealing, because after all, this is not a official animal survival game. This is a mod for Red Dead Redemption, and with all of this you have to adjust a few things to make it more enjoyable and more pleasant to survive, because after all, this is played on a public server and anybody can join and try out. So if you're interested, link will be down in the description below with more information on how to play. But after a long run, we finally arrive at the Louisiana swamp, and there they are, our beautiful big swamp poppies. After a long run of migrating, walking around, seeing almost every single type of herbivores, now I want to see if carnivores would actually attack you. And what better way than to try and challenge or even fight a gator. But unfortunately, to the sad conclusion, the animals here in this server are programmed to run away more than attack, which is a little bit disappointing. After getting that little information, well, there wasn't really much we could do, because the alligator seemed to be also invincible, because there is no HP bar, so I'm assuming that you can't kill them as you can't kill the NPCs. I went into St. Denis, which is a city on Red Dead, which there's a lot of NPCs, and I wanted to see if the town itself was populated or even deserted like the previous towns. At first, they seemed empty. It seemed like a ghost town. But as soon as I turned on the corner, well, there was a little bit of life to it. There weren't a lot of people, but at the same time, it was good to see a little bit of life in this big city. And of course, we didn't want a big mosh pit of people following me to try and kill me if I attack one of them. I decided to leave them be on their journey and just roam through the cities and eventually going about my day. Overall, this is a very enjoyable and good mod. I kind of forgot that it existed, but it was brought by my attention from one of the staff from The Wings of Dawn, which is a dragon survival game, and I did and I do enjoy it quite a lot. You can play it with your friends. It is a multiplayer. You can play in very different servers, but this one is a specific one. If you want to try it out, I can put their link down in the description below. Also, keep in mind that you need Red Dead Redemption, either the single player version or either the multiplayer, to try out this mod. And like always, there is a little bit of adjustments that needs to be done in the server, because throughout almost 2 hours of gameplay we didn't even reach adulthood as a small wolf, and you can see that we only gained probably 3 levels throughout those almost 2 hours of gameplay, which it becomes boring at a point and you basically want to leave because you're not growing. We only managed to grow 7% throughout almost 2 hours of gameplay. But if things get adjusted, I will say that this will be a very interesting and fun mod to bring to the channel if you guys enjoy. They just need to make it so that animals can and will maybe attack you or react to you, and also adjust the growth times so you can grow a little bit faster and it doesn't become this boring walking simulator. With that aside, hopefully you guys enjoyed the little video. Make sure to hit that like, the subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed, a comment for the YouTube algorithm, and see if you guys want me to bring more of Red Dead mod, because there are a lot of animals that we can play. Some are locked through a paywall, a currency that the game gives you as you play, but they are really expensive, so we have to start with the smaller ones, so you get the idea. So if you want more Red Dead, make sure to smash that like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in a next video. Get it here, take care, and peace.